story straight here, and welcome to this live here. If you do come on and say hello to us, whether you're watching on replay or the live, make sure you, of course, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well. I'm just about to tell you where I'm situated right now, which is actually right in front of the train station. The trains are running for the moment, of course, 1st and the 3rd or 4th of February, of course, it's strike day, but of course the trains will be running back to normal, well, up to a point the following day, with some trains running at a later stage, which of course that means some of the morning trains in some areas will not be running. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense here. Hopefully we'll get some people tuning in, even watching live. And if you're watching on a replay, massive hello to you. If it's your first time you've seen a live on a replay, massive hello to you. We do really appreciate that. The trains from here are about 25 minutes past the hour. So yeah, I've got plenty of time to get back to Cambridge, so don't worry too much about that. So let me just explain where we are. Are we ready to go? I think we are. Let's go. So yes, I have brought you to King's Lynn and the King's Lynn train station there. So of course, yeah, if you do hear shouting in the background, we do apologise. That's from people shouting. I've just literally got to cross the road. So in doing so, I'll just cross the road here. I think I can go. There's a pub here worth checking out, just here. It's called the Fen Man. Never literally been inside it myself, but it's definitely worth it just for that. The road stretches all the way around there, that way, and towards that way is the park area, which I might head to on another sort of stage. So the Fenman is a free house here. Looks like, of course, a pipe is smoking there, but it's probably steam coming out of the building there. So, yeah, I'll walk down here. You can see it's very much like a housing estate down here. What we'll do is head towards the bus station, if we can. And thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. And we are live here in Norfolk, which it isn't too cold, to be fair. We'll try and avoid people as we go along here, but that's not always that easy. So, yep. Can anyone spot their car down here? There's no double yellow line down here. If I've spoken my words right there, there's no double yellow line just down here. So let's walk on here. We'll try and avoid as many people as possible. So if you live down here, this is what you get down here. And I can see it's definitely Norfolk here by the actual type of road it is that you're seeing. We're in Norfolk and we're in King's Lynn this afternoon here. We'll do a half an hour to 45-minute live broadcasting from King's Lynn in Norfolk. So massive welcome to the channel if you are just joining us here on this afternoon here. We hope to be about 12 o'clock, but of course this is due to the train travelling and all that kind of thing, so we had to go a little bit later on, and we started just about on time here. So of course, yeah, King's Lynn is a lovely place actually to go and visit. I'm just heading down this street here called Waterloo Street here. Feels like we're in London. It really does. So, yeah, there's one road that will take you to probably Hunstanton that way on the bus, and various other places around King's Lynn. And probably you can get to the high street through that way as well. I believe I can cross now. I won't take a chance. So yeah. This is what the traffic's like here in King's Lynn. It's not as busy as it usually is, probably on a Saturday, but of course it's worth, making note of it. I can smell onions somewhere. Maybe it's food somewhere, I don't know, but of course, yeah. 6 minutes gone on the clock here. I can cross over now. So, yeah, if you want to know where things are, put it this way, if you're lost anywhere, you've got signs to go to the town. You've got the river and waterfront, historic water, town centre shopping, Trews Yard Museum and St Nicholas Chapel, Lynn Museum, buses that way, which is where we're heading towards that way, and the swimming pool this way if you're fancying your swimming lessons or just occasional swim or casual swimming. Greyfriars Tower and the walks in that direction, round the corner there. If I'm right in saying there used to be a pub down this area, just here, I think it was. That's the last time I came here. Looks like they've knocked it down for whatever reason. So yeah, apparently you can pay for parking here for at least an hour, £1.45. So we're live here in King's Lynn. Welcome to touring with us, wherever you are watching here. And of course, if you're watching on replay, massive warm welcome to you. I think there used to be a building here. Let me know in the comments what that was, so I can remember for next time. But yeah, this is the Lord Kelvin Cleeve's house, I believe. That used to be a pub as well. And I don't think it's a pub now. So I'm just checking I've got everything. It can be annoying when you haven't got the things with you. Sorry if I'm wobbling the camera a bit here. That spire looks like a church of some kind, but it is the Lynn Museum, which is right here. And this is the main bus station if you wanted to go to Hunstanton and places like Spalding, and I think you can get to Peterborough from here. So yeah, you just have to use one of those bays and look at the bus times, because it does have an electric board over there. You can see a couple of the buses just there. Open reach, of course. Yeah, talking about open reach, just for anyone wanting to know, that of course landlines are phasing out in 2025, according to one representative of Vodafone, because it's all going to go all digital, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's a spire over there heading towards one of the King's Lynn churches. So yeah, you can clearly see the marking of the King's Lynn bus station just here. So this is the main bus station just here. You've got your kiddies running around everywhere here. So yeah, this is the main museum. I don't think it's open today, but there's something to note when you come to this area. Not only you get a clock so you know what the time is when you come here. Useful to know, these are the toilets here. It's often that you might get asked that question, where the toilets are. That's the male and that's the female just there. Lynn Museum, West Norfolk's greatest treasure. Looks good, doesn't it? Of course, free admission to all visitors from October to March. Of course, Tuesday to Saturday, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Obviously closed today. Sounds good to me. So, yeah. The Lynn Museum sounds good to me. To check out. I wonder if it's got a cafe inside, but it's currently closed at the moment, you can see there. Yeah, those are the kind of things that you can see inside it. Yeah, I said Spalding on the 505, and that's the bay for that one, the bus bay. Now we're coming through the Vancouver shopping centre area. There's a Sainsbury's just to the right. I would say it's a very tourist attraction place. These are all the boards up here, just dotted around here, so you know when your bus is coming in. Something that we haven't got so much in certain towns in Suffolk, which is what we need really. There's a cash machine there, a free one if you need it. Currently to this day, unless they start charging for people, but hopefully that is not going to be the case. We can hear music, so I'm going to have to be very, very quick. There's a kebab master here, worth checking out, with a little bit of music going on. Now, I've never been in that restaurant, but it looks good. The Mochaccino's restaurant and cafe bar. All day breakfast, and these are the prices for it. These are the type of foods you can get for it. Not bad, is it? $6.99, reasonable prices up in Norfolk. But yeah, you've got a Sport Direct here, British Heart Foundation charity shop here. For those people like charity shops. New look as well, and this is the entrance to the Sainsbury's just there. Feels like you're in Cambridge, but of course without the roof on top. So TK Maxx is just here. You're watching Touring with us. And of course, yeah, I can hear the seagulls here. They'll probably nick your chips around here, as well as they would do it in Great Yarmouth. It feels like you're in Great Yarmouth when you hear the seagulls. It really does. Look at that seagull. Can we follow that around? You're probably better off following one of these around here than human beings. Listen to that squawking. They make one hell of a noise, don't they? They're talking to each other. Look. The King's Lynn seagulls of Norfolk at their own best. Look at that. They all go in a line over there. And wonder what this is. This is a world thing. I wonder how long it's been there for. But yeah, looks good, doesn't it? It's right bang in the centre of this Vancouver shopping centre here, and it's definitely worth checking out. And things you see here, and of course you've got these signs to various places. They look like new signs to me. Look like they've just recently been put up, but of course I'm sure they've been here for quite some time anyway. And you've got directions to the True Yards Museum and St Nicholas Chapel, Coach Park and Council offices. You've got the Tuesday Marketplace on King Street, and Riverfront and Historic Quarter and Tourist Information, Majestic Cinema and Swimming Pool in this direction over there. and of course Greyfriars Tower and Walks is in this direction also. So yeah, I've never literally been down this way. I will try it, in fact now, but I can go this way because this way takes you onto the hotel called the Globe Hotel in King's Lynn, and it's in this direction. You turn just down here when you come out of the bus station here, and then you do a right turn here, then a left turn, and then you're on the main market square, and that will take you to the main Globe Hotel of King's Lynn. So I will head this way and see where it leads, actually, because it's probably most likely to lead on the main street or the main high street. So I know there's a McDonald's somewhere down here. So yeah, welcome if you are just joining us here. Tell us where you're joining us from and come and say hello in the chat if you like. And thank you very much for the thumbs up. Really means a lot here. And just want to say hello to some people. Hello everybody, it is me, Nicolini Orange here, live in King's Lynn of Norfolk's finest little town. And from here you can actually get to Hunstanton and Spalding, and you can even get to Peterborough on a bus from here. It takes absolutely ages, but it's definitely worth checking out just for that. So you've got your bakers and baristas. Looks like it's open. Got one person in there. Do use these places because I've never seen this before in King's Lynn. So it's called the bakers and baristas just here. Of course, it's worth using these places even on a Sunday. That's why I've actually come on a Sunday here. Come down this area. Looks like a car park just down here. Got all the beautiful things that you can see of King's Lynn just down here. And I wonder what this place is. It's actually a Costa Coffee. Looks like it's a place where you can actually go and sit and have a coffee. Do check them out. And of course that looks like an old Poundland to me. But I wonder what it says actually on the wall there. Looks like a department store of some kind. Yeah. Your town deal board members. It's good to have that in town there so you know who's who of your own town. So there you go. That's quite useful to know. So we're heading down New it's hard to pronounce this one actually. New Conduit Street, which is this street here, I believe. And of course this is the Vancouver Quarter. You got the HM as well. Looks like a nice little clothes shop just here. And thank you all for joining us today. It's really marvellous that you are tuning in. And come and say hello if you wish. Come and leave us a comment. Thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you, of course, subscribe. Yep, free of charge. I did say subscribe, didn't I? But I just didn't say it right first time. It's because I'm live, and I haven't done a live for absolutely ages. But let us know what the signal's like here. It'd be interesting, to put it this way, to know what the signal's like back at home. I don't often get to see that. But yeah, I do hope to keep the camera straight as possible, but we know this day and age it's not that easy to do so. Shoe Zone has now closed in most places, but apparently in Beccles it was still open. In Beccles and Lowestoft, that is. Got the Great Tree here. Costa Coffee's just here. And this is Wilco here. Looks like it's pretty quiet for a Sunday. They're probably closed at a certain time anyway. They're probably closed at 4. Got your HSBC. I didn't even know there was one existing here, but now I know there's one here. So, yeah, free cash machines just here. So you've got your clothes shops all the way down here, perfume shop, and yeah, the high street stretches all the way down to the market area. We'll probably see the riverside in just a moment when we head towards that way. So if you want to stay with the one you're on, you'll be able to see some kind of, I would say, water, as in riverside, which probably stretches all the way round to the other side of Norfolk, eventually onto Hunstanton, which is the only sort of seaside resort I do know off by hand. But I haven't been there for a long time, but the signal wouldn't actually last very long. You've got your Claire's here, and do check out your shops when they are open. So you've got your designs there. This is where we literally just walked from. Got another bank just down here. I'm surprised to see a lot of banks here. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us wherever you are joining us here. Come and say hello in the chat. We'll try and give you a shout out if we can, even if you're from Kings Lynn today. 3 cash machines just here. Make sure you use them, because of course I've said that in most towns here, and I will say that each time I go live, that of course do use your cash machines before they start charging you, as in some places they have already, like Great Yarmouth and even in a town called Haverhill, they have started charging. Well, they charge for a little bit on some machines, not all of them, but of course some of them, like the other end of the high street, for example. But yeah, this is a nice little monument here. Is that what they call it? And of course, yes, I wonder what it is. Looks like a king to me, King John, 1167 to 1216. Of course, I'll read you some of it if you can read that yourself. Oh, sorry, my camera went a bit funny there. So, of course, you can read that to yourself, then feel free to do so. You can always pause at any one given time. I'll try and zoom in to make it a bit clearer for you, so that you can see that for yourself. But I'll read the first paragraph. King John was born on Christmas Eve, 1167, the youngest son of Henry II and the younger brother of Richard the Lionheart. King John is one of the more controversial monarchs of the medieval England, and is most associated with Magna Carta, which was given his royal seal in 1215. So it goes on to say more history about it, which is quite useful. So that's King John. Okay, remember we saw that. I just need to tighten that up a little bit, as my gimbal going a bit sort of wonky. So you've got your Kenneth Bush solicitors there. So that's just amazing. It's pretty much quiet here on a Sunday. I travel by train, and of course you can travel by car if you wish. So it's 3 minutes past the hour on a train when the trains are running. But there are sort of strikes in the week on 1st of February, and I believe on a Thursday as well of February. But of course we haven't heard any other strikes of late, because they've got to be told by the unions within 2 weeks advance. So something to note in the future. As long as my plan of course, what I've got to do next for my hotel is not cancelled, then I will be pleased, so that I can show you more stuff of what I do, as well as the live broadcast. So yes, this is a different sort of area here. I haven't actually been down this way for a long time, or even touched it myself. So yeah, you got your Barclays, your O2 pharmacy, which is Boots as well, and of course you've got a Greggs just down here as well. I don't know if you can see that, the camera did blur there. There is a Greggs, like they do have in Haverhill and Suffolk. Do check out my Greggs reviews and give them a thumbs up, and let us know that you dropped by as well. The actual town sort of stretches all the way down here as well. How amazing is that? So of course, yes, I head towards this way. So you're watching Touring with us live at King's Lynn in Norfolk. Try not to get people on camera if I can, try to avoid people if possible, but if they want to come and say hello, they're always welcome to do so. So yeah, this is the car park here. This is a new area for me. I've not been down this route before. It's interesting to know, and there's also a church behind it. Can anyone name the church here and do some research for us here? Yeah, it's pretty much quiet down here. I kind of like expected that for a Sunday, but yeah, it's been pretty much hardly anyone around. It looks like there's some restaurants down here. Really and truthfully, I should really study where I'm going, but of course, for the first time, you've got to give me credit, because, I haven't been down this route for a long time, in fact, at all. So yeah, I could be heading into the unknown here. So yeah, I hope that I end up at the Globe in just a moment, but of course we'll see. And of course, it looks like an area where, of course, it just goes and stretches on for miles. Nice little sunset just over there. So people are messaging me right now. I do apologise, I can't message them back right now. But yeah, if you're hearing a buzzing sound, then you know what it's all about. So yeah, I do hope you are enjoying what you're seeing here. So this is the tourist information area here. Maybe it'll tell me exactly where I am. I probably don't need a Google map now. So, of course, let's have a look. I've probably gone too far to the Globe, for the Globe actually. So what I'll probably need to do then, I'll probably need to go down this way. Oh, no, I'm just doing a video. That's all right, yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Yeah. That's the second person that's ever done that. That's amazing. I had that problem in Beckett's when they thought I was lost, but of course they could have helped me actually, but I'm sure I'll find my way. But yes, I've just got to remind myself where I came from. Probably I am listening. Oh, yeah, that's the main interchange there. I probably went through this way. And yeah. Right, okay. Did I turn that way? I must have done. So, yeah, I'm trying to work out myself. Perhaps I've got to go down this way. I'll find out. No doubt I'll find out. But anyway, yeah, it's amazing. I could well be lost myself. But this is the main riverside here. So I probably ended up by the docks here. Perhaps it goes all the way right round and I'm able to get to it at some point. But yeah, looks very nice setting here. Take a picture of that, would you? How good is that? So I'll probably end up at the docks area here. It's quite useful to know. That is quite a complicated map actually for those people who don't know King's Lynn very well. I'll probably go towards the end here because I believe there's a car park here and you can actually sit down, and that's exactly what I'll do in just a moment here. Maybe I'll have a chat with you lot. I could do that, but yeah, these fantastic old looking buildings here, it's just amazing to look at. It's so easy to sort of get lost around here, but yeah, if you don't know your area, it's just, of course, useful to know. So carry on. Thank you very much for the third thumbs up. really means a huge deal to us. But yeah, looks like there's a hotel just here. This is the first time I've seen it. It looks like it's lit up with Christmas sort of lights, doesn't it? Just there, doesn't it? So, yeah, amazing, isn't it? There's actually an elephant. They had one in Cambridge once, and that was quite amazing. But if I can go this way, I probably can't because it's, only open to boats and things like that. I believe West Lynn is over there with the church spire over there on the other side. But it looks like it's no entry. I don't think I can get around it. So I might even just get a view from this point here and probably won't be able to get to that side. But saying that, there are some people walking over there. So maybe I can get through this way. So if you fancy a walk down here, definitely worth it. Don't know if I can take a chance. Or maybe I can. It's the first time I've been down here, literally. Amazing. I'm sure it's a nice walk down here. Obviously as far as you can go. Sort of recognise this. So yeah, this is the actual riverside here. Over on the other side is West Lynn. And you can see how far, of course, the sea goes stretching out towards the main sea there. And just to the right is all the beaches across Norfolk, eventually ending up in Hunstanton and, of course, Sheringham, Cromer and Great Yarmouth and, of course, Caister as well. So there we are. Someone's shouting in the distance there. I don't know what they were talking about, but of course if you heard that, especially if you heard swearing, we do apologise. But yeah, let's see how far we can go down here. But yeah, we may not be able to cross over to the other side. We may have to go back. But it looks great. Did anyone see that cop car just over there? I just saw it just literally a few moments ago. Thank you very much for joining us here, for staying with us. So it's a nice little walk, isn't it? I can actually see the moon up there somewhere. It's actually there. It's like a big football up in the sky. So yeah, I believe it goes straight onto a car park here. Someone sneezing in the background, I think that was. But yeah, I hope you are enjoying this. The signal's going a bit blurry, isn't it? I do apologise. Let me stay still for a second, and hopefully the signal will stay with us. Yeah, people are still enjoying nice peaceful area here, which is quite nice. So yeah, what a way to enjoy the sunset here in King's Lynn, which is quite nice. I do recommend anyone to come down here and check it out. Definitely worth it just for that. Yeah, so probably goes towards the end here. I don't know how far it goes, but of course we won't go any further ourselves because we're only doing a short clip this afternoon, stroke this evening, before the sunset dies down over there. reminding you that it's going to be good weather tomorrow. That's all I remember somebody telling me once. There's what looks like a minster there. I think I know where we are now. Got a rough sort of idea. And it's not a bad walk. First time I've done it. And of course you've got to praise me for that. And we would actually sail in a boat like this. We can get a good close up here of these boats. Would you like to buy one of these? How could we stay in one of those? You'd have to do a day trip, I reckon. That's literally where I've just walked from, just down here. It's a nice little walk here. And of course it stretches all the way down here. And as I said, that is West Lynn. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if that's the minster over there, we have some sort of pretty good idea where we are. Well, I hope anyway. Should be coming out the back of the globe, which is quite a nice little area. Looks like a moultings of some kind. Do let me know in the comments if you're watching on replay. And this kind of like reminds me of West Mersey. If you've ever been down to West Mersey in Essex, where all the cars are just going by and you can't literally walk on the paths. So this is the view from here. It's a bit blurry, but just look at that. It's just amazing. Look at that reflection of the river heading out towards the Wash, I believe it is. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it today. Looks like Marriott's Warehouse Cafe, Restaurant and Bar. I think next time I come here, definitely worth checking out. Oh, we've got some chat people coming up here. Alex Bailey's in the chat. Are you in Havel? No, I'm not. So thank you very much for coming on. Did you miss the chat and Q&A the other day? There's a brand new show actually called Touring With Us Chat and Music, which is just a podcast basically, just to trial it out, see if people like it. So of course, yes, you can even sit outside. Looks like a good place to go on a Sunday. If you do come across this area, I've noticed this already, just be extra careful about the edge here. Don't take your kids across the edge here in case they accidentally fall in, which we don't want to encourage at any stage. So this is the cobbles, and I believe there's a map somewhere down there or some information just on those boards there. I'll check that out next time. But I'll see if I can go down this route here. Will take me onto the Minster, obviously carefully crossing the road. I'm in Norfolk, by the way, which is quite away from Haverhill. So wait till these cars have gone by. I believe you can park all the way down here, which is quite useful to know. So let's go down this pebbly way, crossing carefully. It is a no entry sign, but of course I think pedestrians can come down here. St Margaret's Lane, just here. Yeah, just wondering where I am for a second. So the Cobbler's Cafe is just here. You can even sit outside if you want. A lot of people probably haven't spotted King's Lynn in this way. And walking on pebbles is not actually easy. It's like walking down Puddle, as in Puddle Lane. Have you heard of Puddle Lane? I said Puddle Lane, didn't I? Not Pebble Lane. I keep getting my words mixed up. I do apologise. So yeah, if you remember Puddle Lane, The old magician back in the day. Used to be good television back on the ITV back in the old times of the 90s. So that's what it feels like coming down here. That's why I'm walking very slowly. And of course, just imagine walking down here. Haven't actually got the right shoes to walk down here, to be fair, because I could actually easily trip over. That's why I'm walking slowly. So this is the first time I walked down here, really. So who knows where I might end up, but I think I've got a rough idea. But in about 5 minutes' time we'll be finishing anyway. But thank you very much, all of you, for tuning in, whether you're watching from Kings Lynn or outside of Kings Lynn. Maybe some people watching from Beres and Evans, Haverhill, Cambridge, Saffron Walden even. Do we stretch that far? Great Yarmouth even. So yeah, once I get back onto that main road, it's a bit like the Pebbles in Norwich here. Once I get back onto the main road, I'll be alright. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So yeah, it's the first time I've actually seen this. So this is the Minster here at St Margaret's Lane. Remember where you see this? I think there's a car coming, so got to be quick. So it looks like there's another kind of churchy kind of hall just there. And I believe this is the St Nicholas Chapel, That's where I am right now. So how wonderful it is to see that here in Kings Lynn. There you go. It looks like, and it feels like Cambridge, that sort of building there, doesn't it, in a way. And you've got all the informations there that you need to know of how to get to a certain area. So yes, I'm going to actually leave it there because I need to find my way back, basically, and I don't want to get lost using this camera. But of course, I will leave you with the view of this beautiful building here, St Nicholas Chapel here. I would say a huge thank you to all of you watching this afternoon here. And it is a small live, and there are only small ones at the moment. Once I get to know the area here, it is Nicolini Orange, just in case you want to know. It really is me. But I will put my hat on because it's actually a little bit cold. It's not too bad. It's like putting your hand in a fridge or some kind. But of course, thank you very much for your huge support. It really means a lot. If you do want to support the channel in any way, the usual way to do so, of course, using PayPal, or of course the best way is through GoFundMe or buy a coffee, one of those three. Or if you meet me in person or buy one of our merchandise, one of those three could be sufficient. But we're going to leave you with this beautiful building behind me. I've got to find my way back without going through a no entry sign. But from me, Nick, as in Nicolini Orange, truly and deeply, it's end of story. Just for now, until next time, until the next video. And of course, yes, hopefully you'll see me soon. And yes, cheerio for your Sunday evening here. Have yourself a lovely rest of the Sunday evening and the rest of the week ahead. Bye-bye from me. Leave you with the beautiful view of St Nicholas Chapel, I believe this is. Unless I'm mistaken by that. It just says that on the sign. And if it's not, then I do apologise. Okay, this is the first time I've been around this area. So you'll have to excuse me on that one. You have to let me off. You'll have to let me off. So, yeah, beautiful. This is for my brother Giuliano Plum, who plays the organ when he's fit enough to do so. The NAR show, nice and relaxing. So, yeah. Make sure you take a snapshot of that. Beautiful. So, live from Kings Lynn in Norfolk, we'll say goodbye and God bless you all and stay safe. Have yourself a lovely rest of the Sunday evening, as I said. Cheerio.